An Erios original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is one of our mini episodes, and it is our mailbag episode where we play your voicemails, read your emails, read some of your reviews, and just, like bond with you and just talk about you and, just really get into it with our fans, our huge fans. I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Are you sad?
No, I couldn't be happier.
Good. Okay. Okay. So first things first, should we read some emails?
Yes.
And I've also got a ton of voicemails, you guys. So don't forget about those voicemails.
Yeah, I've got some voicemails. Okay.
First I want to say before we get into the emails, because we have a lot of, and we won't read them specifically. We got like 300 emails and DMs about the Wayfair sex trafficking thing. So we'll maybe address that in a mini episode, but it's not a thing. I
can't. It's at first I was like, oh, this is weird, but it's not a thing. Guys, if someone was going to child traffic children, you do it on the dark web. You don't do it on Wayfair.
Although someone did post a photo of Ghislaine with the CEO.
It's not the CEO. It was an actor.
It isn't?
No. That was debunked.
An actor. It was debunked.
It's not the CEO of Wayfair.
See, this is why we need you on the
What
pod.
about Overstock?
What about
Overstock?
Overstock?
That is true. Remember me? There was one episode where we talked about Overstock. Oh, yeah. Oh, it was the Lydia episode.
There's nothing wrong with Overstock.
No, and I would love we'd love to partner with Overstock.
Yeah, hit us up.
We would actually love to .com.
And we still haven't heard from Dippin' Dots.
And Golden Spoon Ice Cream.
Golden Spoon Ice Cream?
Wait, what's
this Golden Spoon Ice
Allie's
Cream?
having a stroke.
What in the world?
They sell it. I know where they sell it. They sell it at Allie's Crematorium.
Oh, yeah.
Golden Spoon Ice Cream.
I meant the cereal.
Oh, Magic Spoon.
Golden Spoon Ice Cream.
Golden Spoon. That's a great name for an ice cream.
I know.
Brand.
I did have a stroke. There's something severely wrong with me. This is why I can't be an actor. So we're not going to get into the way. Also, like some of the pictures that people were posting, like I tried to find the product on the Wayfair website and it like doesn't exist. Like I think some of them were just like price snapped.
And
I think
one girl
or Photoshopped.
Yeah, one girl who was missing ended up not being missing. She like posted a Facebook Live, was like, guys, you're all crazy. I'm not missing.
Oh, that's kind of my dream, that people think I'm missing and I've just been like reading a book for an
like
hour.
people think I'm dead, then like I come back to life and it's like,
You think people would think you were missing after an hour?
No, I was actually going to amend that. If I was missing, it would take so long for anyone to find out, because I like don't talk to people that frequently and I don't leave my house that frequently and I don't have plans that frequently.
well,
Right.
we find out it within like a week because it'd be like, well,
because of this podcast.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing that would hold me accountable is like people, it would be like, why isn't Allie returning podcast stuff?
We
That'd
just
be
like
the one
start doing
thing.
the podcast and like, wait, where's Allie?
Where's Allie?
To be fair, it would probably take you guys like 4 months to realize I wasn't there.
I know. We'd listen back and we'd go, oh, you know what's weird is Allie hasn't been in any of these
weird.
episodes.
Yeah, have you talked to her? I don't know.
Our numbers have gone skyrocketing.
Allie, how long do you keep that face mask on? It's starting to worry me now. I mean, are you going to take it off until your skin's going to
Is
be
it
burned?
drying out your skin?
And I actually do realize that I kind of do have to pee.
You can
I'll
go
hold
pee.
Can I go pee real quick? Okay. I'll be
Yes,
back.
please go
Keep
pee.
this in. Keep this in. I'll be back.
Well, I'm just gonna read an email. I'm gonna eat a
Read an email. Eat a remail.
I'm gonna eat a email. This is from Diane. It says, speaking of mold, a friend of mine had a dream about cheese one night and wondered what it meant. I jokingly said, it probably means you have a yeast infection. A day later, I had to take her itchy, smelly ass to the gyno to be treated for the very first yeast infection of her life.
Oh my God.
Damn,
Whoa.
well, I hope your friend's okay, Diane.
Talk about Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana.
Wait a minute. That's so weird that you just said that.
Why?
Why did you just say that?
Because I have my earbuds in.
But what's Dirty Diana?
It's a song.
That woman, her name's Diana, and she had a yeast infection. And then there's the Michael Jackson song Dirty Diana.
Okay, you guys, this is really, really, really weird. I'm almost going to start crying.
What?
I literally, for some reason...
Oh, no.
Oh my God, this is really weird. So sometimes when you guys are talking, I get bored and I go on my blog,
Cool.
Crazy Days
That's
and Nights.
cool. Thanks.
No, just like when like I've heard it all before.
Sure.
And then and so there was this blind item because Crazy Days and Nights does all like the inside Hollywood gossip.
Oh,
but
I haven't been to that site in a while.
Yeah, I hadn't either. And
I
then there
love
was
it.
one and it said this entitled former A-list actress writer is now claiming she was abused as a child to change the narrative about her right now, and they say is Lena Dunham. And so I was like, oh, what's going on with her right now? So I typed in Lena Dunham into Google, and then what came up was that Lena Dunham is producing a show with Demi Moore called Dirty Diana.
What?
Literally like a minute before you said that.
Oh
What
my
is
God.
That stuff freaks me the fuck out.
And
That's
also,
the
get
universe
this
for
happened
you.
to me last week. So I've been cleaning out this closet that hasn't been cleaned out in forever. And like 20 years maybe. Forever. Like 20 years it hasn't been cleaned out. I found this magazine article of this show my dad used to work on. It's called SCTV. It was the cast on the cover of this article from the 80s. I looked down on the date. It's the date that it's July 3rd, like 19, and it was July 3rd. But it was like that's 2 years. And it was the craziest thing. Like of all the days.
That's insane.
That stuff, it blows my mind. It really blows my mind when stuff like that happens. It's so weird
Welcome to
me.
the dark side, guys.
It's weird. Play a voicemail. We have so many voicemails.
We don't have many.
Okay.
We have like...
Yes, we do. I've sent you maybe like 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here's one from Sarah.
Web crawlers. Hello. This is for you. This is Sarah. I've called once before. I'm getting a master's degree, so you know that I'm a legit person. I don't know. Web crawler,
Sure.
whatever. I just want to say your guests have been literally boing. Except for maybe one, but all the other guests, I'm super impressed. The guests are just incredible. Craig, obviously, needs his own corner. Incredible. I also want to say thank you so much for addressing Nicolas Cage. I really, really appreciate it. But you're dropping some... Oh, my God, what's his fucking name? You've been dropping Axl Rose.
Axl
Okay?
Rose?
And I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. And I am waiting to get more of this Axl Rose.
Okay. We can do that.
Okay. And thank you, Allie, for possibly mishearing and saying, wait, did you just say Guy Fieri? Because I feel like I say that like at least twice a week. Like, hello, are you talking about Guy Fieri? And everyone says, no, we said Ray Romano, and you're like, oh. So please keep going with Guy Fieri, keep going with Nicolas Cage, and just Axl Rose. I mean, I don't know. I might explode. I might come when you finally talk about Axl Rose. I love you guys so much. It's ridiculous. I literally worry, like, are they okay? Like, I literally think about you guys a lot. I even had to take a little break from web crawlers, and now that I'm back, it's like, I'm obsessed. Allie, I think that you're like my spirit human. I don't know if you want to be friends.
Yes.
Let me know. I can drop a line. We could have a sleepover. You know, I feel like
Sure.
we would be great sleepover buddies. I don't know. Melissa, Maria, you're invited too, but like Allie and I would be BFFs, and then like Melissa and Maria, you guys would like come and join our sleepover.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm crazy, but I know you guys like that. So take care. Bye.
Sarah, would you like to join the podcast?
Oh, she's the best. I want to
wonderful.
be friends with Sarah so bad.
What a good energy.
What?
I know.
An amazing person.
What I love her.
Sarah, you're great.
She is my best friend.
Wow.
La
Little does she
la
know.
la.
La la la.
Auga.
Nee.
This voicemail is from Ashley.
What's up, web crawlers? This is Ashley. Boing. How you guys doing? I missed leaving a voicemail. Last time I left one, it was way too long, and I was rambling, but I'm not here to do that right now. I'm here to say that I had a rough week. I barely started my period. I know that's too much information. You do that. You eat like a bunch of junk food, and I had like 5 energy drinks in like the past 4 days.
Who's she, Allie?
I have not forgotten about like recording the videos of like making salads from the Source family, because I found that story very interesting. Other than that, I just want to say that today, as of today, they arrested Jeffrey's little girlfriend. Woo!
Oh, Ghislaine.
And also, we need to start talking more about the sexual abuse victims who have been sexually abused in the military bases all over. And we're not talking enough about that. I am tired about talking about the whole mask, no mask thing, Trump, whatever. I'm tired of that. I want for these people to be exposed. I want sexual abuse victims to come out and speak. And it's up to them. I'm a survivor myself, and it just hurts me. I have so much anger inside of me because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, how you guys doing? I'm sorry that this is not a funny one, and maybe because my hormones are just all over the place, but I love you guys, and I love listening to your podcast, and I think you guys are so awesome. Thank you for always making me smile and making me laugh. And I am happy that you guys are going to hit your 1-year anniversary. And yeah. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Aww.
Well, that's an interesting. Thank you for that message. And it's okay to be serious sometimes. And I think that'd be an interesting episode, like sexual abuse or whatever in the military, because I think it really runs rampant.
Our listeners are great.
I know, they really are.
Top notch.
Do we have another voicemail? We do have a voicemail from Jeb. It's only 1 minute.
We got to play it.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
This here's message is for the web crawlers. This here's Jeff. Now, I've done listen to your episode on that Canadian feller, okay?
Oh, the Olay.
And I gotta say, Allie, I have to agree with producer Maria. When you talk about having intimates during your monthlies, I have to say that turned my stomach a bit. Even the dog looked at me a little funny. Melissa,
Uh-oh.
has anybody ever met her husband? Because my brother had a girlfriend from Canada for 6 years, and we've never met her.
Well,
So that's all there. Bye.
wow. Okay, Jeb.
Oh my God, I make Jeb sick.
All right, here's another voicemail.
Hi, web crawlers. It's Rosie again. I was just listening to the most recent episode where you talk about doing an episode on why Allie is undateable.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering, maybe Allie should just try dating women. Women are a lot nicer and not as intimidated by cool, strong people like Allie.
It's true.
So, I don't know if you've considered it, but being a lesbian's pretty fun. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Huh, interesting point.
I would love to be gay, like more than anything in the world. I would love to be a lesbian. I don't think I am. I have hooked up with women before, not to be like TMI, but it was like years ago and I was like drinking at the time. Like I haven't done anything since I've been sober, and like I'm just like very attracted to men, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get
it's
that.
One of my pitfalls. I'm not against trying, but and maybe that makes me kind of gay, but like also
Yeah, I mean everyone's a little gay. That's the thing.
I think everyone's a little gay. Maybe the fact that I'm not against trying makes me a little gay.
Yeah,
but like
if you're not attracted,
I'm open to the idea. I'm also like, maybe I am like a little I honestly don't know. Like
You're spiraling, Allie. I've never seen your head spin so much.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm fine with the idea of like having I don't even know if I want a girlfriend. Like, I'm fine with the idea until it becomes sexual, and then I like don't want it.
Right. Yeah, that's that's kind of how I feel. Like not that I'm like attracted to women, but like I find women so much more interesting than men.
Yeah. You just want friends. I think what we want.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just want a friend.
I want a really good friend.
Like, I like the idea of having a best friend, but I don't want a girlfriend.
Right.
Like, I would like a boyfriend and a best friend, but I just like I don't feel sexual towards women. I think women are like beautiful and cool. Like, I'll see you. This is going too long. I'm going too long.
No, this is interesting. I'm interested
because it is something that I've thought a lot about.
Sure.
Like, I've really stewed on it. So I don't know. That's that.
I just sent you one more voicemail. There.
Oh,
okay.
I think
it's a short one.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. Hi, Allie. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Maria.
Hi.
My name's Sid.
Hi.
I just wanted to say pee is stored in the balls. Oy, 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 oy.
What?
Love you guys. You're the best. Bye.
I'm sorry, what?
She said pee is stored in the balls. That's not true.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe she knows something we don't.
I'm Googling it.
Okay.
Then what's the bladder for? It's a meme. It's a meme that the kids are doing.
Oh. We just got memed.
We got memed.
We just got memed. Oh, I feel so old.
I've never heard that meme.
Like, what does it even refer to? 18 dank memes that prove pee is stored in the balls.
I love a dank meme.
Well, we've got another one from Sarah. Do you want
Sure, let's play it. Why not?
Sarah is the best.
Hey, web crawlers. This is Sarah again. The one who's getting a master's degree. That's me. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to share with you guys an actual story. So this is my dad's story, and he's been sharing this with me since he first shared it with me when I was really little, like as long ago as I can remember. But he's not like too keen on talking about it if you ask him to. But I'll share the story with you. This is a couple alien abduction stories that my dad shares.
Oh.
So growing up, he basically lived in the country, with his parents. And around the age of 14 or 15, he has a memory of waking up in the middle of the night and turning a few lights on. And the lights that he turned on were basically like halfway on. It's hard to explain. It's like the light wasn't turned up to like its full brightness, and this is back in probably like the 70s. So he was like super just confused that the lights were halfway on. He said he even remembered that they had a brand new fish tank and an aquarium that had a light in it. And even that light only came on halfway, like a dim sort of light. And then his next memory is crawling through what felt like maybe a heating duct or something like that. Basically an area that was too small for him to be able to stand up. He had to crawl through it. And then his next memory is being on a table in a dark, cold room. Everything was basically like chrome or metal. And he remembers like feeling some sort of beings with really large eyes touching him. So this was like when he was in high school. His next memory is he was in the Army, and this was at basic training, and there was thunderstorms that night. And he was like in a small bunk barrack type of thing with 3 other guys. There was like 2 sets of bunk beds, and the room had windows on either side that were sort of like mirror images of each other. And he woke up during this thunderstorm. Everyone else was still asleep. It was dark out in the middle of the night. And ball lightning, okay? So have you heard of ball lightning? I don't know. So he woke up, the ball lightning shot through one window, went straight through the room right in front of him and out the other window. He went back to sleep and thought it was a dream. In the morning when he woke up, both windows were shattered. And the military just contributed it to the high winds from the thunderstorm. And he said that he just felt like they didn't really investigate it, and maybe it was a weather phenomenon, but he always felt like it was something deeper. So then about 4 years ago, I was at my parents' house, and I was helping my dad outside. There was a huge thunderstorm rolling in, and we were taking down the canopy on the deck, and we both had our hands on a really long metal pole that basically attached to the canopy cover.
Oh, no.
And we were both just in the wind and the rain and trying to get this metal pole down. We both saw a giant flash of light. And then afterwards, we both woke up laying down outside on the deck.
What?
We both were completely unharmed, but when we woke up, we kind of panicked, and we looked at the time, and it had been almost an hour and a half, we thought, since we had gone outside to clean up, and we both feel like we experienced a missing time episode. And, I'm really close to my dad. I've always felt like we're super, connected, just almost like the same soul. And it's really just freaking crazy that he experienced this stuff, and now I'm experiencing it with him. I don't know if it's related to aliens or just some weird-ass lightning shit. But anyways, I hope you like the story. Love you guys so much. And I really want to do a sleepover. So if you want to do a sleepover, please let me know. And yeah, we'll get a tight Airbnb and we'll have a girls' night. Love you. Bye.
Wow, Sarah.
I can't wait for Corona to be over and we can just go on tour.
Yeah. A tour, a world tour.
A world tour.
That lightning ball thing, I remember there was that thing going around Instagram. And
on the railroad tracks?
Yeah, and it ended up being from
That was from Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe it is a real phenomenon. That
Isn't ball lightning is that a real thing?
I mean, if they saw, if it is,
I believe whatever Sarah says.
I believe anything Sarah says.
I believe anything Sarah says. Is it time for emails or do we have more voicemails?
No, I think we're done with voicemails.
Yeah. Ball lightning is an unexplained atmospheric electrical phenomenon described as luminescent spherical objects that vary from pea-sized to several meters in diameter. Though usually associated with thunderstorms, the phenomenon is said to last considerably longer than the split flash, second flash of the lightning bolt. So it is a real thing. It's for real.
Huh.
Wild.
Wild.
Okay. So this is from Farah. I'm only reading it because it's about me, and it's about my smell sensitivity, which I don't even remember talking about. Do you guys remember me talking about that?
I think so.
Yes, with your when you shamed me for my candle.
The candle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is from Farah. So I found out about your podcast from The Alarmist and really liked you guys, so I listened to all of your episodes, quote unquote, not in a creepy way. And I wanted to let Allie know that I have never related to something more than her sensitivity to smell. Oh. I literally despise some smells, and they get the worst out of me, like ketchup. I know it's weird, but I literally cried and got so angry that I almost punched my brother because he poured too much ketchup on his plate and I could smell it. I have also cried and almost puked at the smell of fish. The traumatizing thing is I live with my family who are obsessed with both ketchup and seafood. Love you guys and keep up what you're doing. What a roller coaster.
Wow.
Mine's not like that bad, but there are I do smell things more than the average bear. Like small scents. I have a prominent nose. I don't know if it's size. It's a size thing, but
you have a sensitive
smeller. I'm a super smeller.
Super smeller.
Yes. I'm a super smeller, like a truffle pig.
This email's from Zoe. The subject is my dad's classmate murdered her brother.
Uh-oh. That's not
Starts
good.
off, la, la, la. My sister suggested I listen to this podcast, and now this is how I greet her on the phone. La, la, la. My dad knew a woman in high school who, in 2011, killed her brother Edwin with her other brother Andrew for money. They killed him on Andrew's farm, and when the police arrived, she was found by a giant fire of human bones. First, she said, "That's not a horse we're burning in there." Then she said, "That's not my brother in there."
Nay!
Apparently, they had shot their brother with a crossbow. I don't know. Minnesota is crazy. I will
Oh my God, that's so weird. I sent you guys crossbows yesterday.
That is weird.
Oh, that is weird.
I said, this looks like fun, and I sent crossbows to the
That
group
is
text.
weird. Anyway, my sister and I listen all the time. Thank you for the episodes. Best, Zoe.
This is another coincidence message that we got since we're on a string of coincidences. This is from Philip, and he wrote it to Patreon. It's directed towards Maria.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Okay, everything makes sense now. I know why I archived the episode on the Mystery House and never listened to it. I decided to go ahead and listen to it on my drive to my folks' house the other day. About 4 minutes into the podcast, producer Maria describes a perfect way to poach an egg. Then I finished the podcast. Great podcast, by the way, and of course, one of your theories was the same as mine. The drive was about an hour, and when I got to my parents', I walked into the door and into the kitchen where my mom was. And the very first thing she asked was, "Do you know how to poach an egg?"
Oh.
No way. Yes. Since I had just listened to the Mystery House podcast, I knew exactly what to tell her.
Wow.
I don't believe in coincidences. The universe needed me to learn the poached egg recipe at that exact moment, he says. And the eggs were delicious.
Wow.
Thank you, producer Maria. And thank you, ladies, for the wonderful job you're all doing. Stay safe and healthy, Philip.
That's really wild.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's insane.
Yeah, I remember that episode. We started off with you giving your poached egg recipe.
Yeah, for some reason. But it turns out it was all for a reason.
I wouldn't let you start without,
Yeah.
Do you want to read Kaylee's, Melissa, The Witch Hunter in Me? That seems pretty interesting. It's another Chicago story.
Chicago. Hi, web crawlers. I love you all so much, but this is a long story, so I gotta get into it. I grew up in the Chicago suburbs, not far from Barrington and Craig's Haunted Cemetery.
That's what Craig calls Maria's vagina.
No, Allie, you don't speak for him.
Oh. Okay, well. But after graduating college, I decided to expand my horizons and move to New Mexico for an internship in a homeless shelter management. Ultimately,
That's nice.
It was an amazing job. I love both my colleagues and the people we served. But of course, I have a chaotic story. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing to you. Great.
Of course.
Love it. So one evening, when we had an open bed available in the shelter, my supervisor asked me to conduct an intake with a new guest who was waiting outside. Just a heads up, my supervisor told me, this gentleman is mute. He's not deaf, and he doesn't immediately appear to be mentally impaired in any way. He just can't speak. So I invited the man into our tiny case management office and closed the door behind us because he could hear, read, and write. Communicating with him during the intake was easy enough. The man said his name was Joe something. He gave an actual name, but obviously limiting the details. I asked Joe for his social security number. He indicated that he did not know it. I asked him for an ID. No luck. I continued the intake paperwork, filling in the general answers that he provided, and at one point, it must have felt appropriate for me to ask him about his being mute. He wrote down that he had been struck in the head by lightning, and as a result, could no longer speak. Incredible, I thought. I truly saw no red flags. The shelter
lightning.
And yeah, weird. That is weird. The shelter where I worked was more like temporary transitional living, and it had a number of amenities to make life easier and more comfortable for people who stayed there. The only other part of our intake that I clearly remember was when I was giving Joe a little walk through the place. Here's the TV, I showed him. I told him that after dinner, some of the guys will sit here and watch the news, and if you ever want to do that. And to this, he furrowed his bra and he shook his head. So fast forward, Joe had been staying at the shelter for a little over a week. He adhered strictly to the house rules, caused no trouble, and kept largely to himself. One night, when I was not working, the county sheriff showed up at the door to the shelter. My coworker answered it. He said, "Do you have a man by the name of so-and-so staying here?" The coworker said, no one by that name. The sheriff then held up a photo of the man in question, and my coworker recognized the man in the photo as, you guessed it, Joe somebody.
Oh, no.
So Joe was wanted for the murder of a woman whose body had been found in the desert a few months earlier.
Oh,
Apparently, he shot her in the head after becoming convinced that the woman was a witch. He was hiding out in the shelter under an alias while hiding from the cops. As I said, I want to limit the information that I share in my email, but there's actually a show on Investigation Discoveries called Murder in the Heartland that did a whole episode about him.
Oh my God.
The episode is called Witch Hunter, and I've linked it at the bottom of the email. When I watched this episode...
Oh my God.
It's crazy. When I watched this episode, my naive ass was astonished to hear him speak to the cops in questioning. The fucker wasn't mute at all. I guess he was working on the logic that if you don't tell lies, you don't have to remember a made-up story. Sure.
Oh
If he wasn't doing it to cover up the murder of an innocent woman, I'd call it a genius move. I'm almost done, but there's one last part to the story. As I mentioned, I was not working the night Joe was arrested, but I did work early the next morning. I was shocked to read the shift notes about what had happened the night before.
Yeah, I'd say Joe killed a witch.
Yeah, Joe killed a witch.
She was a witch, though.
Right under, Sam ate his meatloaf. Joe killed a witch. One of my first orders of business that morning was to strip the bed that Joe had been occupying and prepare it for someone else who needed shelter. As I pulled the pillow out of the pillowcase, some crinkled up papers fell out of his pillowcase and onto the floor.
Oh my God.
The papers were newspaper clippings about the woman's disappearance, the discovery of her body, and the search for Joe.
No.
Eek! I've been meaning to write the story for months, but never got around to it. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been hooked on that podcast since your first episode last summer. Thank you, bimbos. Bye, yeah, like the boyoing thing, but bye. Love, Kaylee.
Oh my God, we should start doing that to end the podcast. That's so good.
Bye, yeah.
That
is so crazy.
Kaylee. I want to watch that episode. That's crazy.
Seriously, that is nuts. I wonder, well, she probably couldn't, but I wonder if we did an episode on that, like if she could be a guest or something. That's crazy.
Yeah, wowie.
Wowie,
Wowie,
wowie.
Wowie.
We have one 5-star review that we'll read real quick. Honk, honk, listen to these babes. I love this podcast and am a proud bimbo. Patreon, Allie, Melissa, patron, Allie, Melissa, and especially Maria.
Ooh.
Keep up the great work because you've made quarantine manageable. I also want to make this moment for you gals to help me wish my best friend Carmen a happy birthday. Carmen Ambriz, because she is the one who introduced me to your podcast, and we once left a drunk voice message that never got played.
Oh, no.
Praise Satan. Thank you, and bye, Melinda. Leave another voicemail. We'll play it. Maria probably accidentally deleted or got lost in the ether.
Happy birthday, Carmen.
Happy birthday, Carmen.
Happy birthday, Carmen. Boing. Anyways, you guys give us so much stuff that we don't want the mailbag episodes to be like 13 hours. So if yours doesn't get played this episode, it will get played ultimately. Sorry, guys. Anyways, please email us, call us, do all that shit. Support our Patreon. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm Maria. Happy birthday, Carmen Bosucci.
Wow.
And that is Asher.
Asher saying bye.
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 Asher.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.